Hi, welcome to Rising Vibrations. I'm Inga. This is a soul energetic message for the sign of Gemini. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. This message, it has no timestamp. I'm shooting this on September 14th, 2018, but this is for Gemini. And this is if you are a Gemini and you feel like your life is off, but you don't know why. You feel like things are screwed up. But again, you don't know why. You've tried just about everything and nothing seems to be working, and you feel like there's some kind of a monkey on your back, or like you got bad energy, like you got negative energy attached to you. We're going to look on a karmic level what can be happening with Gemini, what you can do in terms of key to ride the karmic energy, and final messages for Gemini, elemental sign and energies. What does that mean? That means it's for a person. It could also be for an event. It can also be for a location that's in Gemini. Might seem a little abstract, but even speeches have zodiac signs, guys. Or if you plan to hold a speech or a speaking event or launch a business, it has a zodiac sign. So that's the elemental sign and energy. We have major arcana, the Empress. By the way, Cancer just had the same card. The Gemini might be feeling a bit lost right now and a bit under stress because they don't feel like they have any core support or real support, or the support that they have around them isn't enough. They may feel like they're not getting enough support from the people that they should be able to count on, or the people who are closest to them, especially if this is a male. It seems that some of the female in their lives may be less supportive of them or more harsh and judgmental with them. And they're looking for a bit more gentle energy. This can be for male or female. This might feel a bit abstract to the Gemini because they're not typically like that, but they are feeling like they need a home and a base. And home is where the heart is. It's not a physical home. It's more a mental home or dwelling, a place where they feel safe. They feel safe. They feel loved. They feel nurtured. They do not want their flighty air energy. They want to feel grounded, at least for a time. This is for Gemini, elemental sign and energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why do things feel off? People are having higher standards for you now. They have higher expectations for you now, Gemini. This is also throwing you off because things that you got away with before or when you were younger, and it could even be a week ago, don't seem to fly right now. People are getting on your case and putting you under pressure. We have the Crusader. So again, I feel like the Gemini has a certain level of pressure on them right now, and they can have pressure right now from their work, but it seems to me that it is something they can handle. It feels like more family pressure, pressure from mates, pressure from former mates, or even pressure from parents about what is expected of them. And they're having to decide if what is expected of them is valid and right, like maybe they should be more mature, more serious, not party as much, things like this, not spend as much money, or if what's expected of them, they have to doubt. You should be with this type of person, you should have this type of job, you should have this type of car even. They're struggling with this right now, or when you find the video. So how can you ride this karmic energy, Gemini? How can you ride this karmic energy? What are the keys? Major Arcana, the Chariot, 2 major arcanas now, big energy again. All of these readings are coming out with big major arcana, but we're asking about karma, so it makes sense. Know what you want before you make your move. Know what you need before you make your move. Know what you can accomplish before you can make your move. And don't promise anything you know you can't deliver, because it will attack your maturity. It will attack your integrity, and it will attack your word again. These are the issues that you're dealing with. A follow through, having follow through, because this is expected of you now, Gemini, or people are putting pressure on you to have follow through and to keep your word and be reliable. Show up when you say, not later, not hours later, not days later, not at a different time, different location, different circumstances. Do what you say and say what you do. 3 of Wands. And it's the same message, you see, because there's an expectation here on some level. Even if he's dreaming of what he should do or what he would like to do, he's building a plan. Even if he has a big dream that he will travel to the new world or a new location, he's making a plan around it. Concrete things that he will stick to get there. If he's waiting for the boat to come, if he's waiting for people to come, has an expectation attached to that. If it's a shipment, he's already been with an early idea or precursive idea of what to expect. So it's about expectations and meeting expectations. If you want someone to even meet your expectations, you have to do the same, you know. Make a decision and stick to it. We have the 5 of Wands. This is the same type of energy of feeling like you need a home, like you need an anchor, like you need an anchor in the storm, or an anchor. You need something stable and solid in your life right now. The Gemini is feeling this when you find this video. This is the soul message that you might feel a bit off because you are looking for this right now. And if you don't have it, this might be what you're struggling with. Feeling like you don't really have a home, or you don't know where you belong. So we're going to look at a few more messages, and we're going to go ahead and tie up the reading, guys. We have the Knight of Wands, which in some ways is very similar to this Crusader. And this is issues of type of maturity, still trying to find the way, still trying to understand what the motivations are, understanding motivations. What's motivating you to react and act in a certain way at a certain time with a certain person. But at some point, a part of maturity is understanding yourself and understanding what motivates you. And this is what the Gemini is struggling with perhaps right now. And this is also the key. Really trying to think it through and not just acting without clearly understanding also your motivations. Taking the time with that 4 of Swords to understand what your motivations are, what expectations are. So everyone starts off on the same page. If this is a new relationship, you might be struggling with those issues right now. Not meeting expectations and not understanding motivations. Finally, Major Arcana, the Star. So before you can heal illness or disease, not to say that Gemini has an illness or disease, it's the methodology, guys. Before you can heal an illness or disease, you have to have a diagnosis before you can assign a treatment or know how to treat. Even if it just takes rest and relaxation, you have to have some inkling of what the problem is. So before you can know where you should go, what you should do, what you want in a home, a partner, a business, whatever, you have to understand the symptoms and make a diagnosis. I mean, you have to understand what you want, and that takes time. You have to take the time to understand what it is that's motivating you as well. That might be the key for you right now, Gemini. We're going to go ahead and leave it there. Thank you for joining me for this soul message, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.